Hey everybody, it's your boy Angel. Hope and pray that you're having a blessed day. I know I am. Just heard about this new Dragma archetype that just got announced on yugioh organization. Assuming this is going to come, we got a rise of the duelist, and it is. This looks interesting so far. It says Noble Heroes versus an Unchosen Son. So let's read up on it and see what we've got and see what kind of support they throw us right off rip. All right, it says Ecclesia, the Dragma Saint, 15/15. All right, raise stats. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. If a monster does special summon from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. All right, I like that. If this card is normally special summoned, you can add one Dragma card. All right, from your deck to your hand, except Ecclesia, the Dragma Saint. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. It's an interesting restriction, but we're going to see how the rest of this reads out. And 3, it cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that was special summon from the extra deck. So right off rip, I'm getting anti-extra deck feels almost. Kind of like a Necroz-ish. You know, Necroz is built to take apart the decks that are centered around the extra deck. First and foremost, don't get me wrong. Things like Trish could cripple any deck, but for the most part, that's what the deck was built to neutralize. So kind of getting that kind of feeling, like a Necroz Monarchs mix. So let's see where we're going with the whole archetype. Let's see what the theme has to offer. It says Theo, the Dragma Iron Hammer. It says 18/15. You can only use the first and third effects of this card's name once per turn each. It says if a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. So that looks like that might be a consistent theme with this whole archetype. 2, cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that is special summoned from the extra deck. All right, so once again, anti-extra deck is confirmed. And you can, and third, you can target one face-up monster that was special summoned from the extra deck. Until the end of this turn, this card gains 600 attack, and if it does, that target loses 600 attack. All right, that's not bad. The third effect, I prefer that be, say, maybe quick effect, but that's decent enough as it is. So, decent card. Let's see here. What's next is Adine, the Dragma Oracle. Level 4 light spellcaster effect monster. Okay, so looking at number 1, the art on these looks sick, dude. Like, that's let's get that out the way right now. But let's see what the dean says. You can use the first and third effects of this card's name once per turn each. 1, if a monster or special summon from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. All right, we know that. That's consistent. 2, cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster or special summon from the extra deck. All right. Kind of like this whole thing, you can just kind of stall out if you don't have pieces, with monsters or special summon from the extra deck. If you don't have your combos ready to go. So I like that right there. And third, if this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Dragma monster from your deck, except Adine, the Dragma Oracle. Third, so the only thing I see as a drawback of this card is the fact that it has to be destroyed by battle or card effect. I think it should have just said if it leaves the field. Simply because if it can't be destroyed by cards or special summon from the extra deck, that's what the best decks are nowadays, combo, etc., whatnot. And so if it has that restriction of it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect, that's one thing. So I guess you kind of have to rely on your opponent to destroy it, via card effect, etc., monster effect, whatnot. And so that's the only drawback that I see personally. But other than that, solid card all around. Fits the archetype, and I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing so far. It says Fleur de Lis, the Dragma Knight, level 8 spellcaster effect, attack 25, defense 25. All right, I like that. Good stats. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. First, okay, during the main phase, if a monster that was special summon from the extra deck is on the field, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. All right. Then, if you control another Dragma monster, you can negate the effects of one face-up monster on the field until the end of this turn. I like that. That's really strong. I like that. All right, so I'm wondering, is this probably the boss monster of the deck? So that's really solid. It says, when your Dragma monster declares an attack, you can make all Dragma monsters you control gain 500 attack. All right, okay, I'm liking this. This looks seems like my kind of deck. I like this so far. All right, so what else we have? It says Maximus Dragma. All right. That says level 8 spellcaster, effect monster, 15 attack, 3000 D. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn each. Says first, you can banish one fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link monster. Let's see, from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. Okay. Second, during your main phase, you cannot special summon from the extra deck the rest of this turn. Also, send 2 monsters with different names from your extra deck to the graveyard. Also, your opponent sends 2 monsters from their extra deck to the graveyard. Okay. So again, this is decent. I like that. Let me see what the rest of it says to kind of bring that together. Okay. Because the fact that you have a level 8 guy, when the restriction to summon is or the summon effect is that you can banish 1 fusion, synchro, or Xyz or link monster from your graveyard to special summon this card. Now everything restricts you from going into the extra deck. So I'm wondering how this is getting done, because I'm pretty sure not attributing 2 monsters to get this out. Alright. So let's see if the rest of it brings it together. It says Tetra Drag Automaton. I guess I read that right. The Heart of Dogma. The Heart of Dogma. So looking at the lore, I think I'm kind of getting an idea of what the concept behind it was. I'll wait until we read everything so I don't say something silly. So it says the Heart of Dogma. Okay, it says level 11 light spellcaster, special summon effect monster. All right, 32. This is juicy. Okay, cannot be destroyed. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summoned by its own effect. First effect, you can target 4 fusion, synchro, Xyz, and or link monsters in either graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, banish those targets. Is that doable? I guess. All right. Let's see. 2 says at the start of damage step, if this card battles a special summon monster, so it doesn't have to be from the extra deck. It seems like it says destroy as many attack position monsters as possible. Then inflict 800 damage to your opponent for each fusion, synchro, link, or Xyz monster destroyed by this effect. Also interesting. These 2 right here. Was a little bit question marks for me, but once again, let's read the rest of the archetype and let's get a whole feel for what's going on. It says Dogmatic Nation Dragma. Okay. Alright, you can only use first and third effects of this card's name once per turn each. It says, first, your opponent cannot target Dragma monsters you control with the effects of monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck. Oh, okay. Second, if your Dragma monster battles an opponent's monster after damage calculation, you can destroy that opponent's monster. Wow. Oh, wow. So this just outs. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, So can't target Dragma monsters you control with effects of monsters, especially from the extra deck. Then, if you battle with them, they get a free pop. That's pretty good. And third, if this card in the field zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can make both players send 1 monster from their extra deck to the graveyard. Okay, now I'm starting to really see how this shapes up some of the bigger guys. The field spell is busted. I like that. Now, and also I'd like to add, this is what I'm talking about with with Konami and bringing out new archetypes. Bring it out, make it strong from jump. Then we can build from there. I don't like it when things are make little to no sense, just don't get proper support. This is a good start. This is what I wish they would do, most of the time. Make things decent right off bat. I like this. It says all right. So it says Disciple of Nadir, normal spell card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Okay. Send 1 monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then add 1 Dragma monster or 1 Albus Denalis Phyllis from your deck to your graveyard, or graveyard to your hand with attack less than or equal to the sent monsters. Okay. Alright. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. Alright. Okay. Okay, it says Dragma Punishment. Alright. Alright, so you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, send 1 monster from your extra deck to the graveyard with attack equal to or higher than that target's, and if you do, destroy that monster. Okay. Right now, I'm seeing some pretty busted things. First thing that comes to my mind is Elder Entity Entis. So you basically just get like a double pop off of that. That's really solid. I like that. Okay, so until the end of your next turn after this card resolves, you can now special summon monsters from the extra deck. All right, that's just a normal restriction at this point as we're reading this, so this is solid. Okay, it says Dragma Encounter. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Activate one of these effects. Special summon one Dragma monster or one Albus the Nihilus Phyllis from your hand. Okay. Take one Dragma monster or one Albus the Nihilus Phyllis from your graveyard and either add it to your hand or special summon it. Okay, this is good. This is good. And, alright, so here, this Albus the Nihilus Phyllis. Alright, so looking at him, 18 attack 0D. You can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can discard one card. Fusion summon one monster from your extra deck using this card you control and monsters your opponent controls as fusion material. Okay. Alright, so is this guy a walking super poly? I mean, wow. Alright, I like that. And okay, so we have extra deck monster for it. This says, okay, this is a child-friendly channel, so we can't read that. But going back up to the top, when it says, let me see. Let's scroll back up to the top. That word in there for those that want to read that amongst themselves. When it says Noble Heroes versus an Unchosen Son. So, that's starting to add up. So, which I think will kind of confirm what I'm thinking of, like, say, lore-wise. All right, but let's read it. It says level 8 Dark Dragon Fusion effect monsters. 1 Albus the Nihilus Phyllis plus 1 monster with 2,500 more attack. That's really good. That's really, really good. So basically, an Albus can just in itself kind of out a strong board. Like, this is decent. Let's see what this thing does. It says you can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. It says gains attack equal to the total original levels of the monsters used to special summon this card's fusion summon times 100. All right. Okay, so basically right off rip, he's going to come out 33. Like bar none. So if you say were to fuse with your opponent's Link monster or whatever, whatnot, with your Albus, it has no level. The Albus is going to give you... Oh, no, I'm sorry. All right, so I'm sorry. No. I apologize. No, it's not going to come out at 33. It's just going to come out with at least, the 400 bucks, so 29. I was thinking level 8 right off rip. Sorry, guys. But so it's going to come out a pretty solid stick. And if it's anything else that has a level, it's going to be really strong. So I like that. Okay, so second, after this card is fusion summoned, this card is unaffected by any effects of any other monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck until the end of this turn. That's good too. Says, and then third, during the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can take one Dragma monster or one Albus the Nihilus Phyllis from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. Wow. That's really solid. And I'm assuming this is probably going to get some more support too. So far, I like what I see, guys. I think this is a good start. I don't know if this is going to be more so of a rogue deck or with the design what Konami has in mind for it, whether they want it to be a main staple of a format, tier 1 with more future support. But I do like the start that they're getting off to. Now, as for what I was saying, guys, about the lore, like reading this, looking at the artwork, whatnot, I'm thinking this is kind of centered around Albus, and I'm thinking all these here are former colleagues or whatnot, and they follow, say, a really strict doctrine that, basically religious dogma. And I guess since he's the one who's being able to access the extra deck, I guess he somehow violated that doctrine. And now he's an outcast, if you will, or the title of that dragon that we read down there. So that's interesting. Let's see if I'm right about that one as more support gets revealed and when the deck finally comes to us in the TCG. So, all right, guys, this has been your boy Angel. Tell me what you think about this down in the comment section. As I said, I think this is a really good start to the deck. I hope this does get more support, and this looks like something I'd be really interested in picking up. So let me know what you guys think. If you are not already, please comment, share, subscribe. Be safe out there, guys. Make good choices. Be blessed, and peace.